All right, welcome to Byfield, Massachusetts, Triton Regional High School, home of the Vikings. I'm Patrick Heffernan, joined tonight by Matt Doring for the season finale for girls varsity basketball. Matt, it's been a long season. We've seen a lot of basketball here, and what we need to see tonight is a season-ending win.
We need to see a season-ending win, but even more than that, Pat, we need to see something that, especially the returning players, can build on for next year. We need to see the seniors go out in style. The four of them have put a lot of heart and soul and effort into this program, the youth program, for a long time, and I just really want to celebrate that for them tonight.
Absolutely. So coming into the game at 3-15, the last time they played North Reading, they lost by 7 points. So this could be a very close game all the way through.
I hope so. North Reading is certainly on an upward trajectory. They've been doing very well. They're a team that seems to be improving over the course of the season. It should be a good test.
They're coming in with a 5-game winning streak, including an 8-point win over Pentucket, which is impressive anytime it happens. Any kind of win over Pentucket, even if it's just by 8.
Yeah, and I don't want to I would never underestimate Coach Mack, but you'd have to wonder if that's a little bit of even for this year, a changing of the guard. I think everyone saw your report as sort of the class of the Cal, Pentucket as a 1B, and to see a team like North Reading challenging them and beating them is, that's good for parity in the league. Great to see.
So on the first possession, Pentucket can't even get a good shot off. Actually, didn't get a single shot off. Triton does, though, blocked and out of bounds. So good defense early from Triton.
Great interior pass from Reese, throwing the ball on the bounce into the post like that where Liv can get it and go up. That was a nice look.
Margaret drops down inside, not there. Got to go all the way out. Triton tries to set up their offense, so it looks like North Reading. They're green, so I'm going to probably call them Pentucket like half of this game. North Reading setting up in a man-to-man. Triton dropping back in a bit of a zone, although it's almost like it's just a straight-up zone.
Well, Reese is certainly chasing the perimeter, so it looks like they're doing almost like a matchup zone where Reese is just focused on 5.
And so, again, the shot clock's going to go all the way down to 10 before they're going to get a shot off, and that's a nice little move by number 23. Doesn't even hit the rim, though. Good no call by the ref. She stuttered a little bit with that step, but not a real travel. Chance for a 3. Caitlin Ferry, that's a little bit long.
Great to see Margaret bringing the ball up the floor. I mean, when you have someone that you would look at and think is classical forward but can handle the ball like that, such a weapon that can be developed over the next couple of years.
Good steal by Liv Karakopoulos. Put herself in the lane right in the right spot. Out to Ferry again. Inside to Liv. Liv, strong move.
Great move.
And that good move inside. And, of course, it's Reese Render with a rebound. Of course.
She's good for 6 to 8 a game.
Would not be Triton girls basketball without Reese Renda leading on the rebounds. Absolutely amazing. So North Reading, again, 1 shot so far in the first 2 minutes of this game. There's the second. It's a 3, and that's going to be long as well. Good board by Liv. No, stolen away by number 2. Can't get the shot off clean, though.
Like the no call there.
Refs are letting him play all the way down to Reese. She loses track of the ball, finally finds it, and then she's going to be foul on the play. No, she was out of bounds, I guess, when she touched it.
I wonder if North Reading was out of bounds.
Triton sets up. Look to go inside. It's not there.
Yeah, Margaret was sealing her, though.
Yeah, she had her. That's one thing that just comes with playing more together. I think it's one of Margaret's first starts in the season. So Caitlin Ferry is able to cut inside, but can't find the basket. Another steal for Triton Vikings. They're coming the other way.
I'll tell you, the passes to the interior on the bounce that Reese is making, as Reese just made a kind of a atypical mistake stepping on the sideline there. But the fundamentals of just finding the interior pass on the bounce it's just great to see.
And honestly, this defense, I like this sort of having Reese just chasing number 5 around. It's definitely working for him. It's thrown North Reading off their game until that, when number 4 for the Hornets? Caitlin Riley, the only junior that started for North Reading tonight. The whole rest of their starting 5 was all seniors. So senior-heavy team. Reese decides to go inside. Out to Caitlin, chance to tie it up right here. And she does.
Nice shot by Kate. Last game of her senior year, starting off the 3-pointer. That seems completely on brand.
Yeah, fully agree. In the paper today as one of the leading scorers in the region.
and has been a consistent three-point threat for all 4 years.
Number 2 left all alone for that rebound, but can't put the easy putback. Coming the other way now. Sorry, what were you saying? Good ball movement all the way around. Plenty of time on the clock. Into Liv. Liv can't get it to fall, but it's a rebound for Triton. Kicking it back out, settle it down. Chance for another 3, and there it goes.
It's a good look.
There's Renning on the fast break. Good no call again. So these refs are definitely letting him play. I like it. North Reading going to the bench already. Going to bring in number 10, Maggie Schultz. That time the pass inside didn't work,
Great
but Liv is able
Liv.
to get it. Yep. Now inside to Reese. And the ball kind of getting thrown around a little bit here by the Vikings, but they throw it up, and that's going to be out. North Reading ball.
But you know what? Triton's coming out with a lot of energy, which is so great to see. Like just crashing the boards, a lot of movement on offense. I mean, after the season that they've had to date, you could have been easily just packed it in. To see them come out with this level of play, great to see.
This North Reading team is a 49 points per game team. That's how they've done over their 17 games this season. And so far they're being held to 3 in the first 5 minutes of this game.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's actually, I think our stats guy, Mr. Gundram's fallen asleep because he's got nothing to keep track of. So, is he awake over there? Yeah.
There's been no fouls either.
No fouls, plenty of ball movement. There's a shot by Reese. A little bit long again. Chance for a rebound. Bounces to North Reading again. They like the fast break, but they really haven't gotten anything off of it. Another 3. That one's short. Reese Renda rebound. To Margaret up top. She finds
Great
Reese
look.
underneath. Fantastic look inside. And it's going to be over the back on Liv.
See, you want to talk about even looking forward to next year. I look at a player like Margaret, and I look like a player like Kendall. And you have those type of players that can really play all 5 positions on the court. You put in an offense, a transition offense, that utilizes that. It's going to be tremendous optimism for next year.
So that's something I want to talk about as the game goes on. Is sort of what would you over the summer? What is it before the next season? What is it that some of these players, these players so well, Matt? What are some of the things they should be working on in the off season? What part of their game would be important to improve for the juniors and the sophomores on this team?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is going to be sort of what type of offense the coach next year is going to implement. We'll drive a lot of that. But, for me, it's conditioning, it's ball handling, and everything else sort of comes from those 2 things. I would love to see an up-tempo transition type game. In order to do that, you got to be out there running, getting into the best shape of your life. And ball handling is just an underrated part of the game every year. The best ball handlers at the high school level are usually the best players.
And you have to have confidence in every single player to be able to bring the ball down the court. I mean, that's a big part of it.
Yep.
Coming the other way now.
The other thing, too, is just continue to play together. I know that they've had entries into various summer leagues with, not consistent participation. And if you want to be a cohesive team, it's all about knowing where your people are on the floor, knowing where they're going to be, anticipating, and things of that nature. And that only comes from repetitions. And you can't get that if your first time with your teammates is, post-Thanksgiving.
Right.
You've already lost the season.
Heading into the last minute of this first quarter now, and it looks like Triton's going to hopefully tie it up right here. Nope, runs in and out. But we're now under a minute, and it's only 5-3. There's only been 1 sub that's come in the game. Been plenty of shots, and there it's going to be 7-3. So a couple of unlucky breaks down the other end for Triton, not being able to convert some baskets inside. Pressure now, and that's going to be
hustle by Kate. Hope they're okay. Yep.
So number 5, that's Breon Slattery from North Reading, one of their starters. Yeah, it has to be one of the starters. They've been 1 substitution. Triton finally putting in some other players.
Yep.
Sophia Lasinski on the court now. Leah Hathaway.
Bree Welch,
all on the floor.
And again, Bree, one of our seniors tonight. So looking forward to seeing what she's going to leave on the floor on the last time.
So North Reading gets the ball on the jump, on the possession arrow. Plenty of time on this clock where they could have gone 2 for 1, but instead they're just going to take the shot with about 20 left on the clock. Good rebound as soon as she comes in. Out to Leah. She can shoot if she gets an opportunity. She's got the opportunity there. She's going to take it.
Shot from the foot, unfortunately.
Yep.
Triton's come out and done a nice job defensively putting pressure on the guard play of North Reading, which is clearly the strength of this team. And they've had success. I mean, we haven't been able to knock our shots down, but to hold them to 7, as you point out, quite an accomplishment.
Again, 7, and this is a team that, oh, nope, she stepped over the line. Again, a team that scores 49 points a game, and against a Triton team that gives up 49 points a game. Just out of curiosity, I ran those numbers today. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's some quality math.
Oh, thanks, yeah. Dividing by 17, divided by 18. Yes, it was difficult. All the plus columns, yeah. So the bench yelling out the clock as it ticks down. They got to get a shot off. Looked like it might have been a little bit tipped. Doesn't hit the back, didn't hit the rim, didn't hit the backboard all the way up. Okay. No chance. So 7-3. Kind of a shocking start to this game, to be honest. I mean, Triton's defense on that very first possession almost drained the entire shot clock. North Reading never got a shot off, and I don't think they got a shot off until the 3rd possession. So Triton setting a tone right away that they're going to play strong defense. They just need to convert some shots.
Yeah, and I think that rotation is going to play a very important part of Triton's game plan because they are coming out full speed, down arguably one of their strongest players in Kendall. And, you know, to come out with that level of energy, especially harassing the guards on the defensive, as well as going to the motion offense on the offensive side of the ball, you're going to get tuckered out. So, you know, we'll have to see if how the rotations get deployed. Triton has a nice deep bench. That may be a key going forward.
Yeah, they got 5 players they can bring off the bench.
Yep.
So that's, and it looks like North Reading has 15 they can bring off the bench. So they're going to try and run the ball, I would imagine, as much as they can. We did see some attempts at fast breaks by North Reading in this first quarter. We'll see what they bring out, if it's anything different in the second before we get to the half.
Triton's done a nice job defensively as well, because when it has been an outside shot and they've tried to drive it to the hoop, Liv, Margaret, those two in particular have a nice job collapsing and making it very difficult without, as we can see, fouling as well. So the game plan has been a decent one so far.
Yeah, and I think Triton definitely has the advantage on an inside presence with Liv Karakopoulos, with Margaret, with Brianna Welch. I mean, they definitely have the height.
Yep.
It's a matter of taking advantage of that. Pressure up high. North Reading playing a long way away from that three-point line, trying to force something. And they do force a turnover there. Triton dropping back. We'll see if they go into that same defense as number 5 is. Nope, number 5 is not on the court as far as I can see for North Reading. Nope.
So 51, is that Ashley Jones for Triton?
Oh, another three-pointer by the Triton Vikings. So Hoofer. $51?
I believe so.
That's I'm not sure who is 51 for.
I think it's Ashley. I think it's a sophomore. So it's nice to see her getting some quality of minutes again, building towards next year to get some of the younger players out there. Can only be helping the program.
Leah Hathaway passes it up to Ashley Jones, kicks it out. Triton needs to get some points going here. 10 left on the less than 10 on the shot clock. Goes up, no call again, and she was asking for a foul, and the ball ended up bouncing back to her. There's another shot.
Good shot by Bray.
Triton's offense has not clicked yet. Just that one three-pointer by Caitlin Frary. And that time they went the whole shot clock and just got off a late shot. A good one, but a late one.
Well, it's a bit of an adjustment, too. I mean, a lot of their offense typically would go through Kendall, who's not in the game tonight.
Right.
So to have other people step up, it's good to see. I think that's going to come as the game goes on.
So talking about Kendall for a moment, I mean, I think one thing in her game, she has the height. Well, I don't think we saw as much this season was her posting up. And I know part of that is because they've got to Liv Karakopoulos.
Yep.
But there's a nice outlet pass and a nice little layup for North Reading. And they have extended this lead to 9, almost a steal there. But it would be a good part to see in her game is if she can find a way to get to the paint more. and start her offense in the paint. Start her offense, at the free throw line. Start her offense where she can make a post-up move.
Yeah, I think, first of all, I'm not going to put anything past Kendall. I'm not going to limit her in any way, shape, or form.
So that had to be a foul, right?
Great hustle.
Wait, I think they're calling the foul on Leah. Or no, they're just saying the ball went out of bounds. That's it.
Okay.
She did get knocked over. I mean, I know it's the last game of the season. The refs are definitely letting things go.
Well,
I know it's a little bit silly.
I know it's 2 days late, but perhaps the refs had Valentine's Day plans. They want to get this game over with because they are letting everything go.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Well, at some point there's a harm that could be done as well.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the harm right there was giving up that possession, but Triton never should have let that girl get open in the lane for that.
Look, going back to your question about Kendall while they're shooting, Kendall in my mind is always most dangerous in space. Mm-hmm. She has a terrific drive to the hoop, Euro step. She gets it off the shot at awkward angles. It's interesting if you post her up too much. Kendall does have a tendency at times to get into a little bit of foul trouble just because of how aggressive she plays. So I'm not sure how much you want her, physically banging underneath too much of the time, just to sort of make sure she stays off that part of the ledger. But yeah, I mean, she's a very talented player.
True, and I would imagine as other teams scout Triton ahead of next season, one of the things they're going to see is how well she moves in space, and that's another reason, in my mind, to put her on the block where she's going to take, she's going to have a mismatch in terms of height.
Yep.
She's going to take probably their best defender and bring that best defender out of a chance where that best defender can play help defense on anybody. So yeah, and then Reese reminds me of I don't know if you have any Eric Rybicki.
Of course.
One of the best basketball players I ever had the pleasure of coaching, and I used to have to remind him before every game when he was like 6th, 7th grade. Like, Eric, you are the fastest player on this court. You're the quickest player on this court. No matter who the other team has, you are the fastest. They don't need to know that for the first few possessions.
Yep.
Let them find that out later when you steal the ball from them. Let them find out later when you blow by them. But if you come out in the first possession and you show off how quick you are and how fast you are, their whole defense is going to revolve around stopping you, and then you're not going to be able to do as much. And I feel like Reese is the same way. Like, I would never want her to slow down, but being able to find that way to speed up and slow down and speed up and slow down, have that change in her own offense and change in her own speed.
Reese has one gear.
Really important. Yeah, but something to work on over the summer and something to improve on in her game. And here, North Reading pressing, immediately getting a steal. Number 4 almost took that 3 right there. Number 10 going to drive. Nope. Triton back into his own defense. Starters on the floor again.
It's interesting, though. They've shifted defense so that Reese is, she is now on 4 locked in, but they had Reese really chasing her over the floor before, and now they've gone to more of a traditional matchup zone, it looks like.
And it forces a deep 3 with 5 seconds left in the shot clock. So off of the steal on the inbounds pass, North Reading able to convert a 3, and there's another steal coming the other way again.
And that's something that Triton does have to work on, is the long passes. They have not had a lot of success in them really over the course of the year. So, again, something sort of to focus on as a team, the certainty, the speed of the pass, things of that nature, coming back to the ball.
Right. Liv Karakopoulos with her second foul of the night. The first one was an over the back. That was a standing there and having the girl go by you and trip, which is kind of a harsh foul to get called for, but what can you do? Yeah, Triton's turnovers has been a constant thing all season that they've definitely struggled with. Again, coming into this game, Triton off of a loss to Lynn Classical, a close one though, just a 5-point loss. And again, I mentioned they lost to North Reading earlier this season. Last year they split with North Reading, in case you're curious. The history was Triton won in December, but then lost in February to North Reading. And North Reading again on that 5-game win streak. But their last 3 games have all been close wins. 9 points, 7 points, and 8 points. So heading into the, I guess you could say that heading into the tournament, they're getting some good competition and some good close games.
Yeah, what's going to be interesting, I think, for North Reading, and I've only seen them twice this year, obviously. You have a team that seems to be senior heavy, that seems to be guard heavy, and so it's going to be a team that will be a matchup nightmare for some teams in the tournaments, and could be on the receiving end of a nightmare for a team that may be larger or play differently or be a bit more balanced.
Right.
North Reading strikes me as a team that beats the teams they should and loses to the teams they should.
Right. So Liv Karakopoulos has to come out, called with her third foul on away from the ball, a shove. I didn't see it.
No.
I think she got hacked trying to turn to the basket. She's not having the kind of last game as a senior I think she would want. Hopefully she could turn around in the second half, because that's super frustrating. And actually it's 5 fouls now on Triton and not a single foul called on North Reading, which that's hard. I don't know how the refs look up and see that and don't think maybe something needs to be a little adjusted here. I don't think North Reading's playing a perfectly clean game.
No. Certainly not. Conspiracy theorists will have a field day.
I don't need a conspiracy to know that I saw Leah get shoved over and no call. But Triton's turnovers are what really have hurt them more than anything else. And then after an early make, just not being able to find the basket.
No.
3.5 left. Triton has yet to score in the second quarter. And there's another 3. That one's going to be long, going to go out. Do you like it when players?
Oh, I hate that. I can't. You should always be going for the ball at all times. Or even when there's an obvious backcourt violation, and there was one earlier that North Reading had. I mean, Triton should be all over that. I mean, we know that it's going to be our ball, but maybe we can get to it before they do.
There's a travel, yeah. Did you see Blake Griffin diving across the floor last night, going after a loose ball in the fourth quarter?
He's
when they were winning by about 20.
He's a marvel.
Yeah.
He's either an all-star or horribly horrible.
I think he's also older than us, too. Well, maybe he's not that old, but there's a long pass to Reese.
And that was successful, but that's the type of things they need to work on, because that was an unnecessarily long pass.
Number 4, first foul of the game on number 4 for North Reading. First foul on North Reading for the game. Yeah, they didn't need to make that pass. I think that comes down to what you said before about ball handling. You have to have players that can dribble by just about anybody.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Isabella's been pressed into more of a point guardish position this year than she has played historically. So she's learning really more of a new position, and that can come with some frustrations.
She's done well. I mean, she
has done well.
They got to look inside. Reese moving in and out of the lane constantly. They're going to bring in somebody. They're going to bring in Leah, and looks like Brown there. We're going to go to the line. Excellent.
Nothing makes me happier than seeing Reese Renda on the low block.
So Sophia Lisinski taking the ball, going up with it, getting fouled, chance to go to the line, and finally put some more points on the board for Triton. First one rolls in and out.
A Welch for Welch substitution.
Bree coming in. Margaret coming out. We're going to get our first look at Bella Martin coming in as well.
Great. I mean, great to see. This is the seniors' last game. Get them some meaningful minutes. Bella's been a great contributor this year. Let's see what she can do.
Please call a foul at number 5. Not on Triton right there, right? Yeah. You remember senior night. She came out. First time she touched the ball, she drained a 3.
Drilled it.
Second time she touched the ball, she drained a 3.
Yep.
It's like, and they weren't, I mean, I don't think there's rarely anything that's truly wide open. I mean, she wasn't wide open. She was in her spot and wanted the ball and got it and hit it. I mean, that was what was just
fluid. Perfect.
Fantastic, yeah. She's in a spot now. She's going to drive instead, kick it all the way out.
Great look.
Leah Hathaway is going to come up with it. She's going to drive and get fouled.
Are they calling that shooting? I wouldn't think so.
No, probably not. So just like, second foul there on number 14. 13 on North Reading. They got to go all the way out. Inside, Leah Hathaway.
Oh, good great move. Great move,
Doesn't
Leah.
go, but what a great move.
Love to see it.
Fantastic move. Defense on the other end, and then they call the foul that time. But yeah, that's a way to separate to get a little space. Nicely done.
So the fouls have tightened to 6-4. So I guess the moon landing was real. Nothing to see here, Pat.
I think maybe Bob Lathrop has figured out he needs to put a little headset on these, a little special hidden earpiece on these refs so that the commentary from up here can get down there. At the line for North Reading, number 5, is it?
Kendall's 5. Yeah, it's 5.
Brian Slattery, one of the senior starters. She's a senior starter now.
It's a nice shot. That looked good the whole way, unfortunately. They've got excellent guard play.
Extended to 23 with just under 2 minutes to play in this half. Chance to pass it off. She takes it up herself.
That's a good decision. Lane opened up. She took it.
Yep. Reese going to come back in after a very brief stay on the bench. And probably going to be going in for Isabel Basile, who looked a little tired. Made the right decision, but definitely looked tired going to the line. There's another three-pointer for these North Reading Hornets. They're keeping the press on with 1:22 to go.
Is that 13 that made that?
23, I think.
I remember her from the first game. She was exceptional from long range.
Well, they've been exceptional from long range tonight. After the first minute or 3 minutes when they couldn't score, now they're having a hard time not scoring.
Smart senior play.
Still on. Coaches on Triton asking them to drop back, get into position, get something set up. Chance to go inside. Leah with the ball. She's going to shoot it. It's going to be Triton ball. Yeah. 6 3-pointers tonight. 6 3-pointers by the North Reading Hornets.
That seems good.
That's how you get to 49 points. So after starting, and I was saying there was no way they were going to get 49. They're already at 31. We haven't hit the half yet. Good catch and shoot.
Great.
That goes. Nicely done.
Love to see that from Bray. Gets it at the elbow, turns, squares, fires it.
She caught it ready to shoot, though. That's part of it. Good ball movement by North Reading. Sets up another 3. Doesn't go. Long rebound out to 23. Steps in the lane. Puts it in. 20 seconds to play now in this first half. Triton just 5. 33 for North Reading. Long pass. Good look inside. Bree's got to kick it back out. Leah Hathaway, a 3-point shooter. She hits it. Love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Number 4 gets the shot off, doesn't go, so we're going to end after a really strange beginning to this game where North Reading was held to only 7 points. Yeah. They end up putting 33 on the board. That's a
26-point quarter.
26-point quarter. 26-5 quarter for North Reading. That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to recover from.
It's going to be tough, too, because as you can see, North Reading sort of found their groove as well. I mean, the passes have been right there. They've been moving the ball in transition perfectly. They've been getting, open layups, and Triton's getting tired. Yeah.
And I wonder, so the first couple possessions, I mean, Triton's defense looked so good. I wonder how much was that just North Reading not coming out fast? Something we've seen from Triton teams over the years where they just always have had those sort of slow first quarters. And then North Reading, though, has definitely flipped the switch and
their shots have fallen as well. I mean, if you think about it, we've talked about it in the game so far, is that North Reading's strength is at their guard play. And so you're going to live or die in many cases by how well you're shooting. So when the shots weren't falling, they get 7. And the shots are falling, they get 26.
Right. And Triton's shots early on were not bad shots. There were shots just went in and out. And then Liv Kirakopoulos in the lane just neither getting the shot nor the foul call, and then getting frustrated, I think. And you can imagine her senior night. She wants to do better than 3 fouls and no points.
And she will. I mean, she's had so many good games on this court. It's just a function of time with her. And so I fully expect her to have a great second half. I mean, it's 2. Like you have 3 people on the board. 2 of them are seniors in the last game, and it's great to see.
So speed, conditioning, playing with their teammates. Anything else you would say over the summer? When you look at this roster. So let's talk through it. So we talked about Reese, and my theory that she needs to find a way to throttle up and throttle down, work on that part of her game. Sophia Lisinski coming back, probably going to be playing the guard position, and I imagine getting a lot of reps at the point guard position. I would think, or a shooting guard at least.
So here's my take on what could happen next year.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. What could happen next year is that I think any team that scouts this year for next year is absolutely wasting their time. If you look at the people that are coming back, and don't forget, we're going to add Mia Dupuy back to the mix as well.
Right.
It is a team that has speed for days, and it has a lot of players that really can play interchangeable positions. And for me, that's the exact type of team that I would love to coach, okay, because it is a matchup nightmare. I mean, sure, you can put some effort in, to focus on Kendall or whomever.
Right.
But, when you have the type of bench and you can just, keep on hitting the other team in wave after wave after wave. I mean, I would be playing a transition offense up and down the court 60% of the game.
Right.
Because these players have the skills to do it, and they're not locked into, well, you are a forward or you are a guard.
Right.
You're just a basketball player playing basketball.
Right. And so part of that is being able to pull girls on and off the bench, pull girls off the bench, put them on the floor, like you said, sort of in any position, not worrying about who they're going in for, but simply going on to play basketball.
Exactly.
But also having girls that are willing to come off the court because they know, there are going to be a lot of substitutions. It's not going to be a game where you want to get your minutes because you may not get your minutes.
And part of the art thing too. I mean, this is basketball philosophy. So
let's talk some basketball philosophy. Let's go.
You and I can coach. You and I can talk this for days, right, Pat? And really bore the heck out of anyone that's still listening right now.
Well, if at halftime they haven't figured out that they can walk away for a while and come back, then it's on them. It's not on us.
So my philosophy has always been, if you build the culture, then success on the court will come, as opposed to vice versa. And a lot of people think, well, if you have success on the court, then people will want to be there. And that's just not the way that it works in practice. I mean, if you build a team of players that have bought into each other, okay, and have bought into supporting each other and don't care if they play 2 minutes or 10 minutes or 12 minutes, and you have a team where really you have an entire bench and they all play, okay, and they all want to be there, then you get a different level of enthusiasm, you get a different level of attitude, you get a different level of commitment to the team, to each other, to the sport. And when you have a team like that, which I think that they could next year, then you're going to just have something that's going to get better and better and better. And by the time that you make the tournament, and that team next year will make the tournament, they will be extraordinarily dangerous.
And so part of that comes from, part of building that culture comes from, like you mentioned before, playing during the summer, getting together and play. And hey, there are now beautiful, there's a beautiful outdoor court at Central Street in Byfield that they could go play pickup outside all the time. Another part comes up through the youth program.
Correct.
And then another part comes through the JV program. You mentioned Mia Dupuy coming back, so she'll be a sophomore next year, right?
She will be a sophomore
next year. And we saw her play a little bit last season as an 8th grader, and then she's out this entire 9th grade season. It will be good to have her on the court.
So I agree, and have Lily. I don't think Lily D'Andrea is here as well. But again, another speed for days.
Yeah.
And Mia is a very well-rounded player. I think, one of the real strengths of Mia's game is candidly as a distributor. I mean, Mia can score, Mia can do all that as well. But Mia sees the court very well. I mean, you talk about Reese having one gear and needing to find the start-stop. Mia's got that. Mia's got the start-stop, and she sees the court well. So you put that type of player into the mix with the type of player that I described in terms of interchangeable positions and running the floor, you can get points on the board quickly. Like a 25-point lead, not a problem when you have a team like that.
So, all right, let's keep talking basketball philosophy and coaching. There are players who see the court really well. We all know those kind of players. Mia Dupuy, you just mentioned. I can talk about a few players that I coach, including some of my own kids.
Sure.
All of my own kids. But what is it that teaches a kid to see the court? It's a couple of things, I'm guessing, but I want to know what you think is most important. Is it simply playing? Is it simply having lots of time to play? Oh, we're going to go to an interview.
We got Liv.
Yes, at the 4-minute mark, which is in just a few seconds. We've got Liv Karakopoulos.
Excellent.
So as soon as she can hear us, maybe she can now. We can't hear her yet, though. Let us know when we can. Can you tell us something, Liv?
What's the good word, Liv?
We still can't quite hear you. Well, you can, oh, there we go. Now we can hear. Fantastic. Oh, I'm not even sure what to say. The beginning of that game, your defense as a team was so fantastic that you held them to 7 points in that first quarter, which I don't think has probably happened in North Reading this entire season. So what was going so well in that first quarter for your defense to come out so strong?
Honestly, I feel like this was like the highest energy game we've had, like leading up to it. For some reason, we were all just like, we realized that it was the last game and we were ready to go and got fired up. And then I think we just got a little aggravated and upset once it like started to fumble. But I think we're coming out strong in the second half.
Nice. Maybe that high
Yeah.
energy was great on defense, but contributed to missing a few shots on offense, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Liv, just real quick, because I know we got you for a little bit. First of all, I just want to say thank you, because I've watched you play since you're about that big, and you have always brought the same level of energy, effort, attitude to the court. You're just the type of player that's really wonderful to see
Thank
out there.
you.
So thank you for
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
And so are we going to see that second half? Because I know that you had 3 fouls. I know that you're
Yes.
frustrated. I know you're
Yeah.
chomping at the bit to get out there.
Yeah.
Are we going to get the full Liv experience?
Yes, we definitely will. Just hopefully I don't foul.
Well, you're going to foul. It's going to
Yeah.
happen, and it's
Yeah.
just going to be make them count and make your baskets.
Yeah.
You definitely had your footwork going, your shot going. It didn't fall, but it's
Yeah,
definitely
no.
going to fall in the second half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I think I'm more of a second half shooter anyways, so I'm ready to get out there and score.
Well, and they're finding you in the low block as well. I mean, Reese has a couple
Yeah.
of nice entry passes too.
Yeah, she does.
You've had the footwork, and literally they've been like rimming in and out.
Right,
So
yeah.
I think it's going to find a lot of success in the second half for you.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, go knock people over.
Okay, well.
All right.
See you, Liv.
Thank you.
So back to the seeing the court.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it playing other sports? Is it playing other sports where you have to see the field and you have or is it just playing as much basketball as you can possibly play? What is it that gives certain players that ability to see the court?
You know, it's all of it. I mean, like, first of all, my personal belief is no one should ever specialize in basketball, because you develop as an athlete,
Amen to
and that
that.
translates into all these different sports. But what I think it is number one, get back to what I said at the beginning, ball handling. And, you know, if you are comfortable with the ball handling, then what are you doing? You're looking up. Okay,
Right.
so obviously if you see the court, physically see the court, you're doing it better. The second thing is just kind of like confidence in your own anticipation. You know, I got yelled at once by one of the players here because I yelled out physics to her while she was playing because she wasn't following the rules of physics. But
Right.
if you can anticipate where people can be, and if you trust yourself and have confidence in yourself, then great things come with it. And a great example of that, quite frankly, is our friend Reese. Okay, the rebounding machine at
Yep.
3'2". She just trusts herself with the ball. So will she make mistakes? Of course. All high school players make mistakes. All pro players make mistakes. But more good things come when she's pushing tempo and just trusting where her players are going to be.
Right.
And just seeing the court that way. You know, I think it's a whole host of things. Some of it you're born with. Some of it's developed from playing basketball. Some of it's playing other sports in general. And some of it is just, again, repetition, as we talked about before, with your teammates and knowing their tendencies.
Right, right. Fantastic. I love calling a game with you. We should do this more often, but this is the last game of the season. Eric Gundrum, our stats guy, has given us the numbers. Where did they go? Here they are. So Triton in the first half. Not a lot to talk about in terms of scoring. Just Caitlin Ferry with a 3. Where is points? Oh, Caitlin Ferry with the 3. Brianna Welch with that the basket, and then Leah Hathaway with the 3 as well. The only one in foul trouble really is Liv with 3 fouls. Reese also has 2, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. And, of course, Reese Renda leading with 4 rebounds, 2 on offense, 2 on defense. Isabel Basile with 4 rebounds as well, and then a couple others with some rebounds. And then on North Reading's side, it's Faith Newton, number 23, who's got 15 points, and Caitlin Riley, number 4, who has 12 points. And then only one other girl, Brianna Slattery, with 6. So, you know what? I mean, Triton has as many girls as has scored as North Reading does. So,
and Triton's got to get a little bit better at attacking the basket. I mean, Kate had a 3-pointer from the side here. Bree had an elbow shot from about 13, 12 feet. And Leah had a straight-on 3-pointer. And I think that we only got to I think only Sophie got to the rim and got to the foul. We got to get to the foul line. We got to get to the rim. We got to get more high-percentage shots.
good play, good pass inside. It's going to be out to Caitlin. Chance to put one up early. Reese Renda gets another rebound. Unbelievable. She's going to get a chance to shoot. Now she's going to have to kick it out to Caitlin. So passes are a little bit off to start off. Good little move there.
Good look
to Reese. Moving that ball around. 22 on the clock. Plenty of time. No need to rush. Find a good shot. Looking inside.
A little too much standing around right now.
Chance to go inside again. There it is. Still can't find a shot. Now they're down to 5 seconds on the clock, and they run out of time, get the turnover. It's going to come the other way for a layup by number 5, who's going to drop it in.
And this is something else that Triton's got to work on heading to next year, is getting the ball, not just getting inside for the sake of getting inside, but getting inside to a player at a position where she can do something with that.
Where she wants the ball.
Where she wants the ball. I mean, to get the ball to Bella on the cut, and she's like halfway up the side of the lane right now. Well, she's not going to do anything with that. She can't do anything with that.
Right.
So that pass, didn't go anywhere. And that's something that, again, breaking down to single game experiences in practice, working on that type of thing over the summer, working on your footwork. Those are the type of things that you have to build on.
Right. And you can't know where your teammate likes to get the ball inside unless you are playing with your teammate enough. And there's Liv Karakopoulos, who told us at halftime she was going to get her shots, and there she goes. She gave us
the Joe Namath promise.
And delivered.
Yep.
So Liv Karakopoulos extends Triton scoring up to 10. Good play inside, no foul. Strong defense. They kick it out to 4. She's got a couple threes tonight, but she misses that one.
Double.
And yeah.
But again, look at the difference between how Triton plays underneath and how North Reading did. Okay, so we're getting the ball here and have to do something with it. They get the ball to North Reading. They made an immediate decision: am I committing to this or am I getting it back out?
Yeah.
And before the double could come, the pressure could come, the ball was either up or was passed out.
And again, part of that is playing with your teammates, where you're going to get the ball enough times when you post up that you don't need to make a move with it every time. That was a good move right there.
Very good entry pass by Bella. Good position by Liv.
Good play all the way around. Shot didn't fall, but it looked good. But when you do all the work inside to post up, then you don't get the ball very often. Then as soon as you get the ball, you want to do something with it. Whereas if you're coming inside enough that you're comfortable, you can kick it back out, can read the defense better.
Absolutely.
Long 3 goes. Number 5.
And as you know from coaching, the inside-outside game can be so effective. And so many times that the team will break down to either inside or outside instead of inside-outside.
Right. So pass was a little bit harsh. Bounced right off of Liv and right to North Reading. Good strong rebound.
Good outlet.
Good send it out.
Quick tap.
Pass behind the back.
That's a great move.
All the way around. That was great. Ball just didn't fall. And Liv's going to get rewarded. Being called for the travel.
Yep.
Oh, that's frustrating. So Bella back in the game.
Great.
See some three-point shooting from her. But yeah, that was good outlet pass by Liv. And a good behind-the-back move by Caitlin Frary.
Yeah, because she settled it by the underback move, touch pass to Margaret. Didn't get the points at the end, but a lot of good stuff there.
A lot of ball movement from North Reading. They get the ball inside. Good strong rebound by Triton coming the other way. So Triton's offense taking a little while to get set up. And there's a Reese Renda shot, doesn't go. And then a foul on Reese. That'll be her 3rd.
I think she was about to pass it and then decided the last second to shoot it.
Yeah, that didn't look like it was going to be a shot. Leah's going to come in probably for Reese.
Yep. Yeah. Listen, we need points.
Yeah.
Leah's a good shooter.
Yeah, there's three really good three-point shooters on the floor right now, and Leah, Caitlin, and Bella.
Absolutely.
And North Reading has some good three-point shooters on the floor as well. Another basket for them. Extend that lead to 33 at this point. That's her 3rd three-pointer. I think she heard us that she didn't have as many points at the half. There's a turnover, a 2-on-1 coming the other way, number 5. Good, strong defense, but North Reading is right there for the rebound. Triton outrun in that one.
I know you hate it when I compliment the other team, but the fundamental basketball that North Reading is employing, where the passes are, where they are for the rebound, everything that they do is with purpose.
I don't hate it when you compliment the other team as long as it's not Pentucket or Newburyport. Otherwise, you're welcome to compliment anybody you like. Or Amesbury, but that was back in the day. Amesbury is no longer what they were. So,
good point.
Yeah. So timeout for Triton. 3:33 mark here in this 3rd quarter. Triton just with the one basket so far. But North Reading extending their lead. Another 12 points already in this quarter. So they are just about to their points per game mark, and we haven't gotten to 3 minutes left in the 3rd. So definitely going to see them extend it quite a bit.
Yep.
So Reese and Liv Karakopoulos now with 3 fouls each. Really the only 2 in foul trouble. But I think part of it, too, is just Triton hasn't had – Triton's offense has been bring it down, and then as soon as Isabel gets across half court, then we're starting the motion of the offense. I think the offense needs to start a little bit sooner. And whether that's, calling it from the bench or whether it's, Isabel calling it on as she's bringing it up the court, because what ends up happening is it's taking so long to get into their offensive set. They're not getting the kind of looks they want. And then on the opposite end, as soon as there's a turnover, it seems like North Reading is flying down the court.
Well, I mean, and listen, too, it's a 35-point game.
Yeah.
There are 11 and a half minutes left. You right now you're going to play as hard as you can. You have to play fast but under control.
Right.
You got to be opportunistic with your shots.
Leah staggers
That's
it,
a good
takes
move.
it in.
Good move.
Great move. Great, huge, strong rebound. Good put back, and it drops. Liv Karakopoulos delivering again. She promised.
Yep. And that's what's nice, too, is that 3 of the 4 seniors have scored.
Yeah.
As well. So that's great to see, too.
So we'll see what happens, too, in this fourth quarter. I mean, I don't for a moment think that Triton's going to somehow get this game to be a lot closer. So will North Reading go fully to the bench and give their starters some rest? Or do you say, you know what, this is the last game of the season. We need to keep everybody in sort of prime, get ready for the tournament kind of mode?
The Pentucket approach, in other words.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, won't we? Second foul on Bella. Bella now in not really foul trouble, not the way this game has gone, but.
I mean, honestly, after 3 months of practices, after 20 games, if 4 minutes of your quote-unquote starters in a game that you're going to win is going to make a difference for the playoffs, you've already lost the playoffs.
Exactly.
Get the players out there that may not get much minutes. Again, build the culture.
Right. Good inside move by Liv. Doesn't go that time. Almost a rebound. It's going to come down the other way. Nice play by Bella. She
Great
holds
hustle.
onto it, and it's going to be a jump ball. Should be Triton ball. Yeah. No, it's not Triton ball. All right.
Bree Sov coming back in.
Liv going to take a breather. Caitlin going to take a breather.
Hey, Liv promised and Liv delivered, though.
She did. Yes, she did. Now, were you a leave the player in as a senior until the last minute, or bring them out so they get that round of applause in there?
Oh, absolutely, bring them out.
Bring them out.
I mean, honestly, listen. Win or lose in this game, the fourth quarter should be the 4 seniors out there, and then you bring them out.
Over the course of the quarter, right?
Over the course of the quarter, right?
Right. Bella.
Let them have that moment.
Good handle on it. Decides not to shoot. She could have. We're down to under 10 seconds now. Now she's going to shoot, and that's going to drop. Oh, that looked good, didn't it?
The whole way.
Pentucket. There, I got to say it again. North Reading brings that ball down so fast.
That's a travel.
Right into their offense. That was it. The 2 travels so far in this.
Yeah.
Too much pressure inside by North Reading. Getting 1 rebound, 2 rebounds, and then a chance to shoot too many times. That's going to be Triton ball.
Yep. I mean, credit number 10 for North Reading. Now I'm saying Pentucket. Thanks a lot, Pat. I mean, it's you have the game in hand.
Yep.
To this point, you take a shot, and you're still crashing the boards, fouling your shot, getting the board.
Still fighting for it. It's good.
Still fighting
it's good
for it.
Fundamental basketball. Sophia Lisinski looks for some help. Going to take it herself.
Good
nice
look.
play into Leah.
Great look.
Drop. Oh, just nothing dropping. Good look. Good shot. Good positioning by Leah to be in the right spot to catch that ball and shoot. 23 has been on the court a long time for North Reading. Be interesting to see how much she plays in the fourth quarter. And that ball's going to drop. Under 30 to play now in this third quarter.
I mean, I think that what North Reading appears to have done is kept in, 3 of their stalwarts, and then have perhaps 2 people that may not have gotten as much experience out there, which is exactly what you do.
Ball inside to number 10, blocked.
Great block.
Big time. Nicely done. Margaret Welch with the block. Put that on the stat sheet,
Yeah.
Mr. Gundrum.
And listen, Margaret had a horrific injury last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And, she's been eased back
Yeah.
in over the course of this season. And, again, better and better and better. She's going to be a fun player to watch the next couple of years.
Not a lot of time. No time, really. Oh, number 14 gets that shot off. No good. No call? No call. Good. And number 14, definitely, that was her first time out on the court. Bella Duffy, junior, from North Reading. So we'll see what happens in this fourth quarter. Going into this down by quite a bit, but let's just have a fun fourth quarter.
Yep, absolutely.
North Reading extending that lead again. Triton with just 4 points in the quarter. But again, Triton as a team scoring this year 40.5 points per game. So not that far off of North Reading's mark, but not looking like they'll get to 40 tonight. But you never know. I mean, sometimes the fourth quarters can turn out to be, just a not a lot of defense, run up and down the court kind of game. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the fourth quarter of this game, the discussions you have with the coaches and the players after the game should be wholly focused on two things. Celebration of your seniors who have given it their freaking all for 4+ years to this program, and honoring them and celebrating them, and then talking about, okay, well, these are your strengths for next year, and we're going to refocus and go forward. And that's it. I mean, it's not right now. It's not even about basketball in a large sense.
Yeah,
it's about who are you as players, who are you as people, and what can we be together.
Right. And you're right. For these seniors, this is truly, really it. I mean, none of them are going on to play college ball, so this is their last, chance at a good organized high school game, and get out there and enjoy it. So Reese back on the floor, Liv back on the floor, Caitlin, Isabel, and Brianna Welch.
The other thing I really hope that the coaches recognize is that this is the last time, Bree and Margaret will play basketball together.
True, yeah.
And so, I hope I get to see, some double Welch time in this fourth quarter, because that's special, right? I mean, that's one of the things that, win or lose, you'll remember these types of experiences with your sibling.
Right. North Reading with an offensive rebound, chance to get a new shot clock, and they do, and so chance to shoot again. Good defense by Triton. And that's going to be 3 seconds. So Pentucket, I did it again. North Reading definitely going to the bench to start off this fourth quarter. We'll see if Triton can take advantage and put up some numbers here. Almost a steal. Good little push off by number 30. She's going to get the steal and the basket. Should call out her name. She did the effort to get that ball. Number 30, Allison Lenciani, freshman.
Sure.
Liv kicks it out. Nice. A little bit short. Rebound out to North Reading. Big long outlet pass. Another block. Triton with 2 blocks already. They need more. That ball doesn't go. Long shot doesn't go. Ball out. And who gets the rebound? No
Lady
surprise.
Mouse.
Reese Renda.
Yep. If Reese was 6 inches taller, she'd lead the state in rebounds.
Yeah. Well, she just part of it. She just has an instinct to where, like we were talking about, that court vision, where to go because the ball's going to be there. Fresh shot clock again for North Reading. Sub coming in.
10 coming out.
Number 12 for the Hornets, Ava Carter.
So I think they're fully in their bench right now, looks like.
A little move by 14, little Euro step, doesn't drop, Liv with a rebound. I think she was tempted to try and throw that ball down to Reese, but instead they drop into their offense.
Now, I mean, Triton should also realize defensively that, these may be players, that have not played as much on the court as they would have hoped, of course.
Liv Karakopoulos knocks down another basket.
So
she said she's a second half player, and she is.
True to her word, Liv. So my guess is a lot of these players are going to be looking to shoot first.
Yeah.
And so Triton needs to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
They're not looking for the assist right now.
And the clock stops. Ball goes out. And here comes Triton the other way. Yeah, that girl, to your point, on North Reading, there was no pass and shoot on that one. Try to come inside. It's going to be off Triton somehow. 43 coming in the game for North Reading.
Mackenzie Murphy.
Way down the list. A right in at the last moment. So we don't even know what grade she is, but we can guess. Probably not a senior.
She is she's a freshman. I have no idea.
Yeah.
She comes from the basketball playing Murphy family of
North
Reading.
Yeah. Bree with a block.
Yep.
Out to Reese. Out to Caitlin. Out to Reese. Spin. Look
Great
for
look.
Liv.
See?
Good move. But blocked. But going to be out of bounds. No, they're going to keep it in somehow. But that was a good look, though.
And that's what I was saying earlier about Reese and just understanding the court. Like, that could have gone horribly wrong. But she trusted her instinct. She trusted where she knew, or she thought she knew that Bree would, or that Liv would be. She delivered the pass. Perfect.
No, that's a little bit of a stunt. Well, yeah, they got to call that, unfortunately.
Yep.
But just the second or third foul of the entire half.
Now again, you know, and I don't mean to harp on this. All 4 seniors are on the court right now.
Oh, nice.
And again, just to celebrate all they've done for this program.
Yeah, Liv Karakopoulos, Bella, Brianna, and Caitlin Frary all out on the court.
Yep.
Let's put some points up here. Get it to Bella, let her shoot.
Kate's open.
Or Caitlin, yeah, let her shoot. And it drops in. Caitlin Frary with another 3 on the night.
Right now, if I was the coach, right now is when I'd take her off.
Yeah.
You know, you just made a 3. Let that be your lasting memory.
Right.
Because that was one of the many things you were good at.
Yeah. Also in the paper, maybe I mentioned her earlier for being a leader in the region and really good rebounding by by North Reading. Should be Triton ball, yeah. So Triton's setting up the offense again. See if they can get Bella the ball for a shot. Caitlin Frary, chance to bring it down the lane.
Great move.
And it drops.
Great move.
Well done.
And to go back to our conspiracy theory, that was the first foul of the second half.
Would have been hard not to call that.
Yeah.
Part of what made that a good look is she looked out to Liv when she caught it, like she was going to pass it before she then took it down, and she hits the free throw. Brings Triton's total up to 20 on the night with 3.5 to play. Yeah, and you're right. It's nice seeing the 4 seniors out there.
They've earned it.
Girls have given a lot to the youth program as well. I mean, they all played youth basketball, right?
Absolutely.
That was a double dribble. Didn't she dribble and then? Good no call by the refs. That's when the girl's just throwing it up there for.
Three minutes left. We're going to get creative.
Yeah. And I think you might get your Welch and Welch.
Good.
And it's going to be another foul.
I think Bella's being taken out here. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Nope, Bella's staying in. And,
no, this Bella.
Oh, sorry, Bella's staying in. I'm thinking, aren't there 2 Bellas? There's 2 Bellas.
We were double Bellaed.
We're double Bella. Now we're double Welches.
Yep.
Oh, almost a chance inside. So she's got to go out to Bree, and it's going to be tipped, and it's going to go the other way. And
look at the hustle.
Oh,
look at the hustle.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I mean, the closing speed, never quitting, to come up with a block, fabulous.
Nice move down the other end. It doesn't drop, but that was fantastic by Bella to do that. Absolutely fantastic. And, yeah, last couple minutes of her senior year, Bella Martin with a big block. Looking inside. A lot of players want that ball inside, and that's going to go a little bit long. Nope, she's going to keep it in.
Good hustle, Bree.
Bree keeps it in. North Reading's got to do something with the ball. Bella Martin on defense. Good move by Liv to be in the right spot, and that's not going to go. Another rebound for Liv Karakopoulos. She's going to outlet it long to Caitlin.
Good hustle, Kate.
Yep, almost. Why not? 2 minutes left in the game. I don't think we're going to get the substitutions for the seniors to bring him off. I think he's going to leave him out there for the last couple
And that's
minutes.
fine.
Yeah. With a big crowd, it's always fun to do that.
Yep.
This is not a huge student section crowd, so.
Give him every minute.
North Reading unafraid to bring the ball inside. That had to be 3
That's a
seconds.
beautiful
That had to
pass.
be about 3 seconds on 43 and 25. But yeah, you're right. It's good play inside. Here comes Bella. Looking for some help. Finds it in Caitlin. Welch to Welch. And there's an interception. It's going to come the other way. Oh my God, another beautiful block.
That was nice.
And the girl's looking for a foul. No, that was all ball. That was, yeah. You're right. She's going to be fun to watch.
She's going to be very fun to
A lot of
watch.
fun to watch.
She has a lot of tools. Very coachable kid, too.
There's a long three. Doesn't go. Rebound's going to bounce around to North Reading. Going to be under a minute to play by the time Triton gets another shot off here. And it looks like he's going to do the full substitution, 5 for 5.
Get the seniors out.
Get the seniors out.
Yep.
Caitlin Frary steps, looks, no. Bella looks. She's got to kick it back out. Instead, they're going to call her for the travel. That's a frustrating
Good
way to
job,
go
seniors.
out. Fantastic work. Triton senior class, Liv Karakopoulos, Brianna Welch, Bella Martin, and Caitlin Frary coming off for the last time with a minute to play.
Yeah,
Nicely done.
They have persevered through 4 years too. I mean, to come in and there was a coaching change after the first year. The second year, as we all know, was COVID. The third year, they ended up making the tournament for the first time in a few years since I think since 4 years since we had the Aaron Savage and Tesla France duo, among others. And then to have probably not the senior they had expected, but held high, always tried, always full effort. Really, just 4 exceptional people.
Perfectly said, and that's why you're here, Matt Doring. Perfectly said. And you coached a bunch of them over the years, right?
Well, I was privileged enough to have the juniors for a long period of time, and then was able to work with the other people like over the summer and summer leagues and things of that nature, and just really a strong characters across the board. Some characters as well.
Yes.
And they know who they are.
Yes, they do.
But high character folks.
Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to Reese after the game. Neither her nor... Oh, no, that's a walk, yeah. Neither her nor Liv fouled out, which is good. But, of course, there's only been 5 fouls in this entire half.
Yep.
Triton here with a chance with just 14 seconds left to play to get off a nice shot.
I'm
End
just
the game.
holding it.
End the game on a 3. Why not? And instead it's going to bounce out, and it's going to be North Reading's ball to just bring it across. They didn't even bring it across half court.
No.
They'll dribble it out. It's going to end 20-62. North Reading coming in and having a slow first quarter, but the whole rest of the time they played really well. And the Triton Vikings are going to end the senior season with the 4 that we talked about and start to rebuild for next year.
Yeah, like I said, there are a lot of really strong building blocks for next year. I mean, we can talk about them for a long time, recognizing the seniors for the outstanding contributions, but the future is bright. I mean, there's things that have to be put into place for that to happen, but the pieces are in place for a nice, strong season next year.
Yeah, I'm
from a player perspective.
Really looking forward to seeing the team. It'd be great to see Mia Dupuy out there with Kendall. The two of them playing together is going to be fun to watch. And everybody we talked about tonight. So we got Reese Renda. I think I can already hear her, but she's struggling to get the headset on.
Well, she's not that tall, so the headset's probably too big.
Excuse me, Matt. I heard that.
Of course you did. Love you, kid. Hey, listen, can you hear us?
Yeah.
First of all, Reese, great game.
Thank you.
We talk on the broadcast all the time about how you get really ridiculous amount of rebounds. Your passing was on point. Always fun to watch you play. First, let me just ask you this: any thoughts on the 4 seniors and sort of what they've meant to you and to the team this year, and any thoughts about them right now?
They've been a really good role model, and they've definitely made me love the game more. And I love all the seniors. and I'll be really sad when they leave.
That all good points.
Yeah, Reese, Coach Storing here is right. You had 6 rebounds. You led the team tonight, which is just amazing. We've seen that in the entire season. And at the end of the game, you had a phenomenal pass where you saw the court. You got a pass from Caitlin Ferry. You were able to get the ball to Liv. How is it that your game is going to get better next year? I mean, everything we saw tonight was fantastic. How are you going to be a better player next year?
I'm definitely going to talk with my team more and have more of a game plan, because I feel like this year we didn't really talk and bond as much as last year, and we didn't have a lot of chemistry, but we definitely played well together. Hi, honey.
Is that Leah? Who's that?
Yeah, that's Leah.
She looks like Yoda.
She does.
Yeah. Reese, listen, I've never known you to say that you were never you're able to talk before, so that's an interesting commentary. But listen, I see the potential that you guys have. I see the leadership ability that really the junior class has across the board. Any thoughts generally on sort of your thoughts for next season, or is that too far away and right now you just need to relax?
I think we're going to have a good season next year. I think all of us, juniors, are really good together, and during travel, when you did coach us, we were very good together, and we had a lot of chemistry and bonded really well.
Good. Well, hey, listen, that's all I got. She should go hug the seniors.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Good
Reese.
game, Reese.
Thank you.
So, yeah, she had 6 rebounds, and I lied a little bit because Isabel Basile also had 6 rebounds. And then, fantastic tonight, Caitlin Ferry with 9 points, Liv Karakopoulos with 6, all in the second half, as she promised us. Brianna Welsh with 2, and then Leah Hathaway with a 3. So the scoring wasn't there for Triton, but the effort was never in doubt. And I really think back to that first quarter, and it was a great Triton team that came out in that first quarter and absolutely throttled North Reading for an entire quarter. And so if they can take that kind of defensive mentality and if they can get their shots to fall, it's going to be a great team.
You bet.
This was a lot of fun. It was great to see the seniors that one last time. Thank you to Mr. Gundram, our stats guy, for doing this game. Thank you to Bob Lathrop. Thank you to the VTV crew for doing this for one more time. And thank you to Matt Doring for coming in and absolutely being the, I don't know, second, third, fourth. You're very high on the list of talent here in the VTV booth.
To sit next to the voice of Triton.
Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.